In this tutorial, we will be modeling this 3D model that you see on the screen. This part is called a strut, used in an aircraft landing gear. As explained earlier, the different features that is used to create this 3D model is listed in the Feature Manager design tree. And in this tutorial, we will be walking through step by step on how to create the extrude feature, the fillet feature, and the cut extrude feature. To create a new document inside SolidWorks, all we need to do is click on the New button and select the type of document that we would like to create. In this tutorial, we will create a part document. Click on Part and double-click on the icon. This is the SolidWorks part document interface. Before we begin, you should notice that there are 3 different planes listed in the Feature Manager, mainly the front plane, the top plane, and the right plane. Please bear in mind, before you start modeling, we will always need to create a sketch. And most of the time, we will be sketching on these 3 planes as a start. So if I like to sketch on the top plane, all I need to do is click on the top plane, go to the Sketch tab, and click on the Sketch command. And there you go. We are now in the sketch mode. You know that you're in the sketch mode when you can see a red color origin in the middle and a confirmation corner on the top right corner where you can either accept the sketch or cancel and reject the sketch. To start sketching, let's play around with these different sketch tools that you see on the Sketch tab of the Command Manager. So for example, if I like to sketch a line, all I need to do is just click on line, and there you go. The cursor will tell me that I'm sketching a line. And if I like to sketch a circle, click on circle, and the cursor will show that it is sketching a circle. Okay. And if you like more advanced sketch tools, click on the little arrow next to these different buttons. So for example, this is the line tool. If I click on the arrow, I should be able to access the center line. If I hover my mouse over the arrow next to the circle, I can access the circle and the parameter circle. If I hover it over the rectangle sketch tool, well, I can have corner rectangles, center rectangles, etc. Spend some time to play around with these different sketch tools. I think the more you sketch, the more you will understand what these different command buttons do. To start off, I'm going to start by sketching on a center line. So let me just click on center line, okay, and hover my mouse over the origin. Now let's take a look what happens when I move my mouse over the origin. You notice that a yellow box will pop up. This tells me that the starting point of this line is coincident with the origin. So just pick on here and just sketch a horizontal line. And there you go. We have created our very first sketch. So how do we add dimensions to our different sketches? Okay. To add dimensions, all we need to do is click on this Smart Dimension tool and pick on the lines that you like to dimension. So for this case, I would like to dimension the length of this line to be 210 mm. Hit enter, and there you go. So just turn off the dimension tab. Okay. Now you notice here that my sketch is not centralized on the screen. So how do I centralize my sketch? All we need to do is just move your mouse over to this button here called Zoom to Fit. Click on it, and there you go. Our sketch is now centralized to the screen. We will continue our sketch by sketching straight lines. So let's click on the line tool. Okay, bear in mind, now we are no longer sketching center lines. We are sketching a solid line. So I'm going to start my sketch from the origin. Okay, let's sketch a vertical line, a horizontal line out, another vertical line, a horizontal line to somewhere about here, Just drop the line slightly downwards, bring it right across to the other side. Okay, just continue sketching. Maybe do somewhere here, and I will close off my sketch right about here. Okay, so there you go. We have sketched many lines inside this sketch. And you will notice in this sketch over here, you see there are black lines and there are blue lines. Black lines simply tell you that this line is fully defined. And as I drag on the line, you will not be able to move this sketch line. Blue lines, however, are lines telling you that it is underdefined. And as I drag on them, you should be able to move these lines around. So our aim in sketching is to add dimensions and relations to constrain these blue lines. And we, as much as possible, we will try to make the whole sketch black in color. So let's position this endpoint here. Well, maybe for this endpoint, if I would like this endpoint to be always touching this point here, all we need to do is grab this point and drag the sketch and snap it to the endpoint here. And you notice, oh, the line is not black in color. I will not be able to move this line around anymore. Okay. Well, let's add some dimensions. So just click on the dimension button. Okay. If I like to dimension the length of this line over here, just place my dimension and call this maybe 70 mm. Okay. This line over here, let's put it as 60. Okay. Let's drag this out a bit. Go to dimension again. Okay, and I like to dimension this line over here to be 40 mm. Okay, and the line on the other side to be 50 mm. Okay, maybe I'd like to dimension the entire length. Notice, so far what we have been doing is we are clicking on a single line and adding a dimension. Well, the Smart Dimension tool, like its name, is quite smart. It can also dimension between two lines. Let's say if I pick one line and another line. Straight away, it will give you a dimension. Okay, just click cancel. Okay, this is okay. Well, if I like the distance of this line to the center point here to be about 15 mm,